I'm sure you have been listening to Christmas music for quite a while. It seems every year, earlier and earlier and earlier, more and more Christmas music surrounds us, whether it is in the shops or on the media. Can't say radio anymore. I don't think anybody listens to radio, or at least not the radio I grew up with. And I can't say that I'm disappointed by that, because I love Christmas music. I do. I can't wait for it, usually. I have to say, I'm quite privileged to be able to listen to satellite radio. I subscribe to Sirius XM, and in about October, Holiday Traditions comes along. Now, Holiday Traditions is that station that has all those songs on it that, I'm dating myself now, used to be on those big vinyl long play records, some of you are nodding, that we used to wait in eagerness to go to Western Auto to purchase. People like Andy Williams and Perry Como, and Frank Sinatra, and all of those people used to have those songs on there. And it takes me back. But you know, after a while, it's all I hear. And I used to work in radio. I know it's dating me too. It was when I was in college. It's a long time ago. And we used to have what we called loops, which you put music on, in those days, big series of tapes. Tape. There you go again. Nothing is put on tapes anymore. Now it's on digital kinds of things. All those big round tapes you can put on a little chip that's about that big. But what it was just a playlist. Now they call them playlists. And it would play over and over and over again. And after a while, you can pretty well tell what the next song is going to be. Yeah. After a while, it gets a little stale. And so you want some different kind of music. So actually, I can't wait then for the next couple weeks to pass, and then there's another station that comes online, and I prefer that one, actually. It's called Holiday Pops, because it has a bit more classical bent to it. And so I like listening to that as well. In fact, I was listening to that as I was driving to church earlier today. And I do enjoy it. I really do. Although I don't like my car anymore. And I don't like my car because it doesn't have a CD player in it. It doesn't have a CD player because now I have to listen on those kinds of stations. You see, because I was going through my CDs. Now, again, dating myself. And I have a pile of Christmas music CDs that's like that big. And I was going through them the other day, sorting through things for a different reason, and I found one that I really, really like. And maybe some of you, as I look at this room, you know, it's late in the evening, so most of you might remember an artist by the name of James Taylor. Anybody know James Taylor? Yeah. He had a great Christmas album a few years ago. And he's got some of the classics on there too. And he's got a style, of course, that everybody who knows him likes. And, you know, that's interesting to listen to. But also, I love this particular album because it has some music on it that you never hear anywhere else. And there's one cut on that album in particular that you never hear on any radio station anywhere. And the reason you don't hear it is because it's not very popular. It's not about snowflakes, and it's not about Santa Claus, and it's not about sleighs, and it's not about presents, and it's not about any of those kinds of things that people want to hear about Christmas. And I want to talk about that particular piece a little bit this evening, because I think it captures something about why you and I are here, I hope, at least. It begins this way. Who comes this night, this wintry night, as to the lowly manger? The shepherds and the kings did come to welcome the stranger. To welcome the stranger. The stranger is the Christ child. And actually, when we think about it, we have romanticized the manger, how pretty that scene is over there next to the altar. But a manger isn't a pretty thing. If it were today, if this thing that we remember tonight happened today, the story we might be telling would be the story of a young woman giving birth probably in an alley down the street, and probably in one of the shanties or sheds right here on Walton Street, right next door, probably down the street where there's a few cars parked. Because what were donkeys and things then? They were means of transportation, weren't they? And so maybe one of the open garages would be one of the places that they would have taken shelter on a cold night. We think of it in the middle of winter because we're in the northern hemisphere. We really don't know when Jesus was born, but no matter where you are, if you're in the middle of the night and you're giving birth, it's cold. And you need comfort, and you need warmth, you need shelter from the elements, since you find something. And that's what Joseph tried to do for his engaged fiancée, who was pregnant and ready to deliver their child. It wasn't in a nicely lit little lean-to like that. It was in an alley behind the hotel, probably in a garage. Who comes this night, this wintry night, as to the lowly manger? The shepherds and the kings did come to welcome in the stranger, who sends this song upon the air to ease the soul that's aching, to still the cry of deep despair, to heal the heart that's breaking. That's the stranger that arrived. There was something about this child. There was something about what was going on right there. There was some power, there was some energy there that somehow something was emanating from this place that said a heart that is breaking could find its healing there. that someone who was despairing of something in life could find the answer that they were seeking and looking for there. They didn't know why or how, but they would be drawn to it. And so the song goes on, "Brother Joseph, bring the light. Fast the night is fading, and who will come this wintry night to where the stranger is waiting?" Remember who the stranger is. It is the child who comes this night with humble heart to give the fullest measure, a gift of purest love to bring. What good and worthy treasure. Who's actually giving treasure to whom? Oh, the shepherds are bringing sheep, and the kings are bringing their gifts of gold, frankincense, and myrrh. But who's really bringing the treasure? The sheep? Are they really worth anything? The gold? The frankincense? Or the power to heal someone's heart? The power to lift someone up from despair? Which is worth more in life? Who's giving treasure to whom in this exchange? Brother Joseph, bring the lamb. For they are asking for him. The children come this starry night to lay their hearts before him. For those who would the stranger greet must lay their hearts before him and raise their song in voices sweet to worship and adore him. Children's hearts are the purest hearts, innocent. They're the ones who come to worship. Brother Joseph, bring the light. Fast the night is fading, and who will come this wintry night to where the stranger is waiting? Brother Joseph, bring the lamb, for they, the children, they are asking for him. The children come this starry night to lay their hearts before him. They are the ones who can, because they know who comes. Their hearts are unbroken. They see the power. We are the ones whose hearts have been broken, whose spirits despair. We are the ones who must come that night to find the answer to our prayers. We are the ones who must come. We are the ones who must find healing. We are the ones who must rediscover what it is like to be a child, not to sit on Santa's lap, not to look for the presents under the tree, but rather so that we would come like children before that Christ child. That we, again, would be children in God's eyes. Made whole again. Pure again. Made young again. Made new again. Brother Joseph, bring the lamb, for they are asking for him. The children come. this starry night, to lay their hearts before him. So pure of heart, this starry night, lay your hearts before him now.